Hello and welcome to Wingin It. So we are back with some more gameplay here from the Wingspan Open. As you will have seen from the previous parts in this tournament, we are through into round 3. And yeah, we have a very exciting opponent here in Yord the Sword. So we have done the usual flip. We won that flip, which is very, very nice. So we're going to get the absolute privilege of going first here. So we'll get the invite sent over to Yord. And we're going to get stuck into this one. So, yeah, those of you who may know, he is the world champion. 2-time champ in the World Cup of Wingspan. But I've got a pretty good record against Yord, I have to say, in our 1v1 matches. So, won't be easy, but I'm feeling good about this matchup. So, go first. Let's see what we've got in the hand. And that is not an amazing array of birds to be looking at. Trey definitely looks more enticing, and that might be where something like this Carolina Wren comes in, especially with Food Expert. I might be able to go and grab that spotted sandpiper, so that could be a good option. House Wren as well obviously does meet that, so might look at that, but otherwise not super keen on these. Let's have a look at the feeder. Okay, so Moltoni's could be an option. Moltoni could be an option here. Certainly if we use this Wren to grab Sandpiper and Grosbeak, that is going to help out. That is going to get us good access to cards and good access to food. And I feel like without those, it is always a struggle to make something like Moltoni's work to its fullest effect. So how about this? How would that work if we play the Wren? Yeah, the two Wrens might be overkill here. So it could be, I could play Carolina Wren. Pick up these two Trey birds, the Sandpiper and the Grosbeak. Then a single turn taking food. I can get the food for the Grosbeak and play that. So it'd be Wren, eggs, food, Grosbeak. I could then take food again. But then I'd need to play Moltoni's and Sandpiper and then draw cards, and then I don't think I have food to use the Moltoni's. Which is a bit of a shame. So it might have to be draw a single card and use Moltoni's to play Sandpiper. I suppose that could work. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to have all of the food to do all of that. But yeah, not really considering anything else here. Warbler's not great early on. Not interested in the bonus card so much. And Golden Oreo in a 2-player game. It's quite expensive early on. I'm not super keen on this kind of pink power, at least in just 2-player. It works much better the more players you have. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for this. And Moltoni can be a backup. You know, sometimes you don't make it work in round 1, and that's okay. But actually, you know, you look at these end of rounds. Certainly not super duper egg heavy. So Moltoni's kind of set up where you're filling a lot of columns, especially for that last end of round, could work quite well. So I think we're going to lock that in. And yeah, it's probably going to be, I don't know, there's 2 options here. I could play Wren with the cherry, and then I can get Sandpiper down immediately, lay eggs, draw cards, use the extra cards from the Sandpiper to get extra food to play the Grosbeak. So how many turns would that be? Wren, Sandpiper, eggs, cards, food, Grosbeak. I could then go food and Moltoni, and potentially I might have enough food, especially if I do have a cheap bird. It's kind of reliant on, you know, getting the cherries, because obviously I need a cherry for the Grosbeak and I need a cherry for the Moltoni. The safer play would be use the worm for the Wren. Just grab one worm from the feeder and then play the Grosbeak, but I think I want to draw cards before I take food. So yeah, I think it's going to be use the cherry to play the Wren and go from there. So what has Yord done? Classic Wingspan start for us both. 2 birds. Wearing Tracy. So I think he thinks he's going to get his hands on one at least of those 2 Trey birds, but Not happening. I'm having them both. And hopefully... Okay, well, we've revealed a mute swan, which is not great. Not great to be revealing that. So I'm sure Yord will be snapping that one up. But yeah, otherwise, I think we can just do what we were going to do and start and get this done. So he does take the mute swan. We'll just go and get our sandpiper down and kind of proceed as planned, I think, here. And yeah, when we do go for food, we might have to go for food twice to get the grosbeak down. But it kind of depends. I'm really not sure here if Yord is going to have a forest bird. I wonder if he was kind of expecting to get at least, like say, one of the grosbeak or the sandpiper, but not to be here. So, ruby-throated hummingbird. Okay. Well, there's two sides to this. One, that's really, really bad because hummingbird plus mute swan is kind of scary in the wetlands. That's going to be a lot of points. And of course, getting the food. Like, he can use the hummingbird here to get the food to play the swan. However, hummingbird food against Moltoni, I'm always going to make use of that. And it might help here in terms of just getting this grosbeak down. So yeah, I think he'll lay eggs. I think he's going to go for food, or go for cards and use the hummingbird. So we'll kind of see. But yeah, I think we go for cards here. We're going to find Benelli. And we're going to find a yellow rumped warbler, which actually, I don't mind that. I might play that instead of the grosbeak, at least for now. And then just maybe use the grosbeak or this turn for a bit of cycling. But it's going to be an interesting decision. I think if I get a food here, and then I can take food and force down the grosbeak, I think that's what I'll do. Because I do need food to make this warbler work. Okay, so we are getting the food. So we can take a worm here. So he took a rodent. Maybe just protecting himself against if he thinks I've got a raven, but I could definitely gamble. The thing is, I don't think if I play grosbeak, I don't think I'm gonna be able to use Moltoni. But I don't think I'm going to be able to use it either way this round. So the only exception would be if I use the Molteni to play the grosbeak, which could work. That might not be a bad idea. I think I'm going to go for food here. I think, yeah, the more I think about this warbler, not too keen on that. So hope for a cherry. Not going to happen. That's kind of annoying. We'll take another worm. We'll take another worm. And then, yeah, he's going to play the mute swan. And then maybe he might spend... Maybe he's just going to spend those turns drawing cards. So yeah, there's the mute swan. So he's going to get 2 tucks and then draw 1. And then obviously the hummingbird give food as well. So, I've done all the actions already. But obviously if I play, for example, if I play the grosbeak, that's my egg gone from potential Moltoni play, so I'd have to lay eggs again. Man, how much free food am I going to get? I think I want to use this. So we'll do that. I'm going to lay eggs first. Because I think if he knows I've got Moltoni, I don't know. He's gonna give free food anyway. Using the hummingbird here is going to be good for him. But yeah, oh man, I'd so like to get a cherry on the reroll. That would just help me out, like so much in this game, if that would be possible. But we'll see. I think at least 2 food. I think I'll get at least 2 food from this hummingbird. I might not get 3, but 2 wouldn't be bad. He's going to look good for that next end around goal, I think. Cards in hand. Unless he ends up going into like a bush tit or or a Chiff Chaff or something. I think he's going to have a lot of cards left over, so we could probably just draw, because we know we've got Benelli. Play Benelli later. Have those extra cards, not a bad position to be in. But yeah, really curious what the other bird he started with is. But I guess we'll wait and see. But yeah, this is the start of a great full tuck. So I'm not feeling great here. I'm not feeling great here at all against Hummingbird Swan. It's definitely off-putting. Let's have a look. Are we timer bugged? Are we timer bugged? Nope, Yord is just taking his sweet time. Is he in the middle of drawing? There we go. Oh, he's put me in first. So that was maybe the decision to think about. I am going to give him a reroll, because I need a reroll. I need some cherries to come up, so I don't... If I take a fish, he'll take a fish, and then he'll put me in first next time again anyway, so... There's a cherry. If it's there, I might just take food. Okay, it's not there. He clearly needed a cherry as well, so that didn't quite work out, but... can we still do this? Force Moltoni. And then... If I take food, I'll have to ditch the turn. But I could force Moltoni, and then use Moltoni to play the forced turn. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. We'll just play it now. And yeah, I think I do need to keep hold of this force's turn. I mean, I'm hoping, I don't know, I suppose if he gets a bush to that third end of round. But I'm hoping the third and the fourth end of rounds I can win. I suppose I might need to think about, is he going to play a forest bird? How likely is that? How likely is he to play a forest bird and try and steal this end of round? Yeah, I'll have to think about that. If he gives me one food here, I might just take... Yeah, here we go. Okay, I'll take a fish. This actually works out okay. And now I'm going to take foods and hope for cherry. There we go. Okay, this is going well. This is better now. So now I can play this Grosbeak, and I even still have a fish to play the force's turn next round before I draw cards, and that is just going to help save some eggs when I'm drawing, and I'm going to see more cards as well. So yeah, this is gonna go okay once we can get this going, but yeah, there we go. So he's done a double play, so we're gonna tie. That's fine. That's kind of a weird. It's kind of a weird double play. I'm not really going for hunting powers, but yeah, glad I could get that Grosbeak down. And we're gonna go here into the second round. What has the tray got in store for Yord? Okay, nothing too OP. I quite like that Grasshopper Sparrow. That's definitely a good one to get with Moltoni, because you're not laying eggs quite so often. So getting extra eggs from a brown power like that, you're not gonna fill up quite so easily that you otherwise would if you were sort of running a pure Grasslands engine. But yeah, I kind of assumed he might he might take it. I mean, it's good for him as well because he needs eggs from somewhere. But yeah, at the very least, as a denial for me, it makes sense. So we're just going to keep, I think, making the most of this hummingbird food. Hopefully, I don't mind it. As I said, with Moltoni in play, extra food is always going to be useful. So we'll play the force's turn. How are we looking on this end round? Yeah, see, he's already got 4. Because he's still gaining... Draw 2 cards, tuck them both, draw 1. So he's still gaining cards every turn. And of course we're using the Sandpiper, giving him some cards as well. So There goes the grasshopper sprout. So that is kind of good news because it means he doesn't have like bush tit or anything like that. Because otherwise, I don't think he'd bother with that. But let's draw some cards. Let's see what we can find. That sapsucker's definitely not bad. I kind of have my eye on this woodpecker just as a way of, I could play that straight away, and then start getting some extra food. So I think I will take that. I think it's still early enough in the game to make that work. And we'll take one from the sandpiper. Not interested in you. Although, no, I'm not interested in you. So yeah, I think we can. I think he's gonna. Is he gonna lay eggs here? You probably don't lay eggs until you actually have something to play and then the food to play it. So it would be really nice if Jord could give us that cherry, but no. Or maybe he's got like a harrier or something. That's definitely not a bad option to get with this kind of full tuck with the mute one. So yeah, in terms of points on the board, 15, 17, 20, yeah, mid-20s. We're on about the same, so we're not kind of slipping behind, which I think can sometimes end up being the problem with running against this kind of full tuck. So do I want to draw cards again? I kind of would like to get that cherry because I'd rather play the sapsucker, but these are both good options. I think I will need to draw cards again this round because I don't have two birds that I want to play. And birds in hand, it's not a bad thing. So let's draw. Red Kite is quite good with Moltoni. White Stork is always good regardless of what you're running. So we'll take that. And a Goshawk as well. Okay. This is going quite well. Actually, let's get rid of Nighthawk and Moltoni and Food Web. Is actually not bad. I don't think this is going to get used, so. Okay. So this White Stork is obviously obviously good, as I said. Big points. Going to help maybe a bit more with this end of round as well. But also the next end of round, get some cards when I lay eggs. And yeah, with the Benelli and especially this Goshawk as well. Extra cards will always have a use. So there we go. Northern Harrier, called it. So predictable, Jord. Could see it from a mile off. Let's get food because I want to get this. Let's think about this. I could do food. We'll turn to food. Play White Stork. I would definitely want to play the White Stork before I draw, before I lay eggs. So food, White Stork, and then probably 2 lots of eggs, and then play one of these two depending on the food. Maybe the Goshawk, but I want to keep some cards in hand. So let's hope for a fish. Excellent. And we get a seed. So that's very nice. So yeah, this Harrier is obviously good for Jord. He's now got that extra bird to tuck with the mutes on, but also, that Harrier can get some points itself. So 3 or 4 points a turn there. And obviously the food from the hummingbird. But he's not generating cards here. So I think we can play White Stork, legs twice, we'll get up to 8. I think we can win this end of round, which, as I said at the start, I'd almost kind of written off my chances of winning, given this setup. But this is not too bad. This is going okay. And definitely, as I said, we can make the most of this free food, especially when we can get this White Stork down, which we're going to do now. Let's use the seed because I think I would like to play this sapsucker, and then the goal is going to be draw cards. Gain food, once per round, and I can discard a card and get 5 food, so that should be enough with the hummingbird food as well. So let's do that, and we're going to be looking in pretty good shape here. Legs twice, get points. Oh, he might be skipping Swan Tucks here just to get extra cards, but that's going to be challenge, I think. I suppose you could. Let's think about this, because I'm going to get to 8, but then I'm going to play 1, so I'm only going to finish on 7. If he skips some tucks now, Like you skip 2 tucks and you get 3 extra points. Yeah. Just treat that swan like a tuck and draw. That might be how he's going to play it. Free hammer food again. Let's take a seed because we don't have a seed. So yeah, I think he's only tucking 1. So he's drawing. Yeah, he's treating it like a tuck and draw. So that is fine. Fine by me. Okay, this flycatcher could be quite nice for later. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3 down, and then that's gonna be a 4th. Now the concern is leaving him Eleonora when he's got the exact food for it and could play it and potentially use that as an egg source. How much does that concern me? I think not massively. I think this flycatcher is going to be really good for me later, so... extra eggs, always nice when you run a Moltoni, for sure. But yeah, he's almost in a bit of a corner, I think, here right now, because he has to use this hummingbird if he wants food. You don't want to be going to the forest in this situation and only getting 2 foods. And like I said, all this extra food, I'm going to be finding loads of birds with the white stalk. Obviously, I'll have to draw cards once per round to use Moltoni, but yeah, with the Benelli, with the Goshawk in my hand, I'm not really too bothered about that. So yeah, we can make the most of this free food, I think, for sure. Playing some big point birds, for sure. As this game goes on, as I said, we're going to find plenty. We've already got some good ones, so let's see if he does take Eleonora. Oh, he's discarding eggs now. I just saw that because he did have 2. So yeah, it's kind of interesting because you discard the egg, but then that egg only gets turned into a tuck. So you're just trading a point for a point. And actually, I think you need eggs right now, Yord, more than points. So he took not the falcon, but he took whatever the other one was. I wasn't even paying attention to it because I didn't think it was that important. We got a yellow hammer. Oh man, do I draw cards and play the yellow hammer and then have 2 of these? That might actually be worth doing. Because I could get 3... I mean, I suppose I wouldn't get it. I get 2 rounds of usage out of the yellow hammer. I could pick it up and force it, and then I'd probably just play the Goshawk. I think I'm losing this in a round. So I probably would just play the Goshawk as the free play. Man, that is so tempting. That is so tempting to do. As I said, all this extra food, doing 2 free plays. Oh man. I need to think carefully about this. Red kite and Wren, I just realised that Wren is going to be perfect for the red kite later. Yeah, so if plan A was to lay eggs here and then use the free play on the sapsucker. The alternative would be draw cards, use the free play on the yellow hammer, and then use the yellow hammer free play to play the Goshawk. So the disadvantage is I lose 3 eggs because I'm not laying eggs here. But the advantage is I get some extra cards. I mean, even that Eleonora, to be fair for me, to put something in the wetlands for some points, it's not bad. So yeah, I lose the eggs, but I get some extra free plays. I get 2 extra free plays with the yellow hammer. I mean, the more I think about it, I think I have to do it. So we're going to take Swain's Hawk. Do I want to use that with his hunting pink power? Probably not. But never mind. We will take the Eleonora because it is some points. And yeah, go on. Extra cards. Tanager definitely not bad. Tanager definitely not bad. Let's get rid of... Oh, actually, these are going to hit the pink powers, aren't they? Now that I think about it. So many good options. I think Swainson is probably going to go. So yeah, he's getting his free Sandpiper egg. Oh, Sandpiper egg. Free Sandpiper card. We're going to play Yellowhammer. I think we want to put it in the grasslands here because I've already got some good birds to go in the forest. And getting some extra eggs when I do lay eggs. You know, I've got the Yellowhammer to play in the grasslands. I've got the Flycatcher. I've got the Goshawk in the forest, and probably maybe not the Sapsucker anymore. Maybe the Tanager. Maybe I will put it in the forest. I don't know. I'll probably go Wetland Benelli. That's probably going to be the way to go. Yeah, I think I will go grasslands. And I'll save the cherry for now. There we go. Why is it not letting me use that? There we go. Yeah, we use that one. My controller is dying at the worst possible time. There we go. And then we'll play with the Yellowhammer. I mean, we could play Benelli. Actually, this is a good time to play the hunting powers because they don't trigger. They don't trigger the pink powers when you use them at round end. So, accidental big brain play here. If I play that, I'll probably get rid of Nighthawk and these two. So yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. We can do that, and that. Save the red kite for later. There we go. As I said, we were going to lose the end round anyway, so... Oh man, is that a wagtail? Are we going to play all of them? Oh, surely not. Okay. So... let's think about this. Man, we got a lot of points on the board here. I honestly don't think I've got space on the board for wagtail. I mean, it hits food web. It does hit food web expert. So it's super tempting from that perspective. But yeah, if I played Wagtail with Wagtail this round, I don't think I've got space because I'd then go 1, 2, 3 at the end of round. 1, 2. Oh, actually, because one of them is going to be the red kite. I might have space. I might be able to fill the board here with a Wagtail. So that could be worth doing. But let's yeah. Let's think about this. I've got 7 spaces. If I play white, I'll have 6 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 2 more spaces. Bobolink might not be bad. I'll get quite a few eggs from that. Might just be 2 egg bobs as the free plays. Let's do it. Let's do it. You only live once. I don't think I need to discard a card. Or discard an egg for extra cards here. Probably want to deny the Mockingbird, actually, that's a good point. So let's do that as well. And yeah, why not? Let's get rid of the Robin. Well, a couple of good tray birds. Red Knot is nice. Black Woodpecker definitely works when you're running these kind of teal pap setups, but yeah, this is I've had games before where I've used 2 of these. I've never had games where I've had all 3 down. Chihuahua and Raven, okay. Pivot. Pivot. You're going hard pivot. So maybe Hummingbird Food is kind of off the cards here. Should we play Goshawk? How many of these birds do I want to play? Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's lay eggs first. I think do we want to trash her? How many is he looking at the end? Around 7 egg spaces. We've got 6, so we probably do want to play goshawk before. Yeah, I think I do want to. I think I do want to discard the food. I think I need the eggs right now. So, what's white stock going to give us? Do I have to deny the grackle? The hooded warbler's so good for me. I'm going to take hooded warbler with food web. So I need to be careful where I'm going to put all these birds. It's going to be Eleonora and Wagtail in the wetlands. It's going to be Bobolink, Flycatcher in the grasslands. It's going to be hooded warbler, maybe the tanager, maybe I find something better. Definitely the goshawk is going to go there as well. But I think, seeing as we need to take food, do we just take food now anyway? What did he do? Lay eggs. Get a couple of food. Because I can play the goshawk and get rid of Mockingbirds, probably Mockingbird Tanager, but then I don't have a card to discard anyway when I take food, so let's just take food. I think we'll do these two worms, and a cherry, and then maybe play the Tanager. Because if we're gonna do 3 plays at round end, one of the plays, we use one of the teals to play Wagtail, but then we still have 2 more plays, so we are gonna need quite a bit of food. I think this Tanager is still worth playing. So I might play Tanager, get food, lay eggs. That might be how this is going to go. Eastern Imperial Eagle, okay. Well, at least we're even in that sense. We both had 1 each. So I think he's going to win the center round. So after me saying I was going to win, maybe these last, or the second and third ones, doesn't look like it's going to happen. But yeah, we'll play Tanager here. That's just going to give me some extra food access, which I do definitely need. Need at least 2 worms. I might have to go for food twice here. Just to get all the food I need to play these birds, but it's going to be worth it. Although, actually, I don't have enough eggs. Unless I play Red Kite. American Kestrel. Has he got Rodentologist? I really hope he doesn't. But this is a hard pivot going on here. Yeah, let's go for food. Mockingbird go. So we need lots of worms. Ah, that's not what I wanted to see. Oh, hang on. Let's pay attention to the powers. Yeah, so we get cherries from one, and we get seeds from the other. So we'll do that because we might need a rodent anyway. Cherry from that one, seed from that one, and then I think we go food again here, just so we can get all these birds down. But Red Kite's going to come in handy. Because that's a free 4 points. Don't need food for that one, so... Yeah, he's looking strong here. This is definitely scary, this pivot, because he must have some good birds that he's found. Some good big point birds. Might have to do a bit of recon counting before this final round, so... Yeah, how many is he looking on? 23, 28, 38... 54, 48, 52, 59. So yeah, and he has got bonus card as well. So yeah, we're kind of close here. And his egg action's not terrible. 4 eggs, maybe Kestrel, and some food. So yeah, I think we have to go for food here. But I don't really know what I want to play all these birds. I want to play them all. I suppose I could play, actually. I could play one of these egg layers this round. And then use the 3 eggs to play something else. Right, hopefully lots of worms. Okay, we got 1. So we can take that. let's think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be all of the birds I play. Yeah, that would fill up everything. And then just use whatever cards I get from the white stork next round to play the goshawk. So let's do that. We'll take a worm here. And then hopefully... Now the worms come up when I can't actually grab them, but... that's okay. Right. Oh. Probably flycatcher first. Oh, but that needs lots of worms. I think I might play red kite this round, just because food is what I'm short on. But yeah, we're going to get so many birds down here. We're going to get a lot of birds down. And I think we are going to fill up perfectly, because it's going to be 3 this round. We have to play a bird next round and then get another 3, but one of them is going to be this red kite, which takes the place of the wren. So we will have space on the board. That can sometimes be the problem when you use these teal powers, and especially when you use lots of them. Actually, physically having the space on the board to fit them all down. Okay, Kestrel did work off 1 dice. Classic Kestrel. Okay, what's the best order? I want to use the Bobolink after I've played the Eleonora. But I can't play them all this round. I think one of them will have to be red kite. So it might be... One of them has to be wagtail. One of them has to be red kite. What's the best other one to do? Yeah, it probably is Eleonora. So we want to put these. We want to put these down here. Cherry and fish and seed. And another seed. And then we still have the worm and the rodent for Eleonora. Does that make sense? I want to do as little overpaying here as possible, but everything needs worms. And if I'm using this wagtail, yeah, that has to be 2 worms. So we will do it. This is just going to take a bit of mental power to make sure we're doing things right. There we go. We'll do that. Yeah. We do actually. Oh no, hang on. We need eggs. We do need to play one of these because we need eggs for this end of round goal. So I think one of them's going to have to be flycatcher. Man, this is such a headache. So flycatcher, wagtail. Wagtail's going to cost me 4 food. That's going to cost me 4 food as well. So we can afford it. And then just play the red kite. Oh man. Why did I do this to myself? This is hurting my head. Yes, that's fine. This is not the time you want one of them to bug out. We'll play red kite, and we'll play it on there. Very nice. And then we'll get yellow hammer, and we'll play this one using that mess of food. I think that's okay. Maybe use the rodent because there is a rodent in the feeder that I might want to grab back for Eleonora. Keep the seed for Bobolink. Take them both off here, but then we're going to get one back. Oh, I just realised I think I messed that up because I could have got a Carolina Wren egg. Yeah, I should have played Flycatcher, Deb Wagtail, and then Kite. Can I go back? No, I can't. What about if I go back? Let's see if this works. I hope that doesn't bug me out. Oh, we can undo it. Okay. Right, let's do this a smart way. Let's get that extra point. So we play this first. using that food. Yes, that's fine. Get the free egg on the wren. Man, I told you this is just like hurting my head. Play the wagtail now and use the egg on the wren. Man, Yord's going to be so confused. He's like, why is this taking so long? Use that egg. There we go. And that one, so we still have some eggs in the right nest type. And then now we can use the wagtail. There we go. Man, that extra point, it might come down to that, so it might come down to that. But there we go. After that massive faff, we're into the final round. So yeah. Right, we draw cards. I think we draw cards and we play the goshawk as our play. And then we see how much food we need to get. We can get 5 food in a single turn. So we might have to gain food twice. And then lay eggs just once. But we'll see. We will at least get 6 points from this bonus card, which is nice. I'm kind of hoping we can get something better than some of these birds. Like Bobolink is fine, I think. How many eggs would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Great Prairie Chicken, so you're going for the bonus gamble as well. Yeah, straw cards. Not so much the birds that we want. Maybe we take Greylag. Just because it's more points, but it's more food than Eleonora. And everyone gets 1. You can go. Oh, okay. Let's do this. Yeah, I wonder what his... Does he have extra birds, or is it just going to be lay eggs now? Is it just going to be lay eggs? Because if it is just lay eggs, I want to leave the feeder as it is. Although if I play Goshawk now, I have to play Goshawk. Or I could just... I think I've got extra cards, actually. I can afford to lay eggs once beforehand, so let's do that. I don't think Griffin Vulture is the better play. And Spotted Owl. That would have been nice to get earlier. But yeah, I think I have to take 2 turns getting food here. Just to be able to get all these birds down, so we'll see. I don't know if this is going to be enough. I'm really feeling quite nervous now, because Yord's endgame. He's just about... Has he got space? Oh, I don't think he's got space to lay eggs all the time, but he must have something else to play. And if he has got a Rodentologist, which I think he does, that's a big point bonus card score. So yeah, some of these plays, like that's going to be 4, that's going to be 6 or 7, that's going to be 7. It's all coming at the end of round. And we're definitely having to take some pain. I suppose that's 5 as well there. He is still taking food. He's probably got like he's probably got a spoonbill or something. Okay. Let's take food. So we want worm, we want that. We need 1 more seed. We might get that with the grosbeak. We do. So we get a worm there, we get a seed there. Yeah. Oh man. I'm wondering if I've bitten off more than I can chew here with these extra teal powers, but so annoying being one food short. It's almost like it might not be worth taking food again just to play. I don't know. Still laying eggs. Still laying eggs. Using the raven. I'm expecting a spoonbill or something. I can't remember if he's picked up something earlier or not, but okay. Play hooded warbler. Yeah, play hooded warbler. Take off. Don't even know. Take off the ground nest, I suppose. But yeah, 81. I think we're gonna get triple digits, but this looks like a triple digit board as well. Just with that eagle. And man, that kestrel. Why does this always happen to me? These crappy dice roll hunters. Getting the caches. Getting the caches against me. I suppose I had the black skimmer game recently where that did the business, but it's in these close games where you know, a few caches either way, a few successful hunts either way can make a difference. Can definitely make a difference, so. Oh, we'll see. Oh, yeah, that's a GG. Blue Heron into Trumpetus one. Ouch. That's a 10-point play, so. Okay. I think that's Yord winning. What do we do to maximise our own chances here? Play the Bobolink. Plan was Bobolink. His plan was these three: Goshawk, Eleanor, Bobolink. To do that, I need to take food again. The alternative would be lay eggs, but then I miss out on, for example, playing this Eleanor's Falcon. But it is only worth 4 points, so it's like, you know, big whoop. And actually, if I take food, I might be able to play. I might be able to play Grey Leg instead. So let's take food. Let's take food. Seeds are our friend. So yeah. And Grey Leg actually. Oh yeah, Grey Leg still gets an egg. So we'll do Grey Leg. We'll do. Bobolink. Get all of those eggs. And then we'll do multi. So we filled the board. But I don't think it's enough here against Yord and his late game Raven pivot. So we'll see. We'll see. We are going to win. There we go. Passenger 57. I couldn't remember if I'd got that achievement or not, but I do now. So into the scores, as I say, I think Yord's winning this one with the bonus cards. I think we are like just over 100, but I think he's going to be definitely like 110s plus on that. So 75 bird points is a lot, but there we go. 12 bonus points. Okay. I don't know if that's enough. I think he's going to have a lot more eggs here, and of course he's going to have us on tucks as well. So yeah, I think that is going to be game for Yord. It is indeed 115 to 105, so well played. What were the bonus cards? Diet Specialist. Okay, Falcon or not. Red Unconscious, but that was a fun game, but that was a struggle. The Mute Swan Hummingbird was so good early for Yord, and then being able to pivot into Raven, having all of these big point birds to play, really, really strong. So good game, fun one for me, as I say, filling the board with the triple teals. I'm trying to work out if maybe going wagtail was too much. But, you know, the engine just wasn't massively there. I could have had extra turns laying eggs at the end, but then I wouldn't have played some of those big point birds, so I might have missed out on some points. But there we go. It is a loss, but this is a best of 5. So we've got 4 more games to make up for that difference. So, yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Getting the passenger 57 achievement. Definitely good to tick that one off. And yeah, we'll see you again in the next gameplay video.